All right. Hello, everyone. This is Lady J with Access Granted. I'm helping you to live life on purpose for your purpose. So, today I want to talk about the what ifs, right? The what ifs that we need to move past. So much time is spent day to day, ladies, even gentlemen, just thinking on those what if situations that keeps us at a standstill, basically. We're always thinking about, well, you know what? What if it doesn't happen? Or what if something bad happens? Or what if I can? Or what if this? Or what if that? I want to tell you, you know what? You really got to move forward, okay? You can't allow yourself to stay stuck in the same place. You know what? Well, what if they don't like you? The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you are not here to please people. What if they don't like you? You're here to please God. You know, when people leave this earth and on their tombstone there is the day they were born, the dash, and then the ending date. So my question to you is what are you doing with that dash? It's such a small like symbol, right? It's like so small. Just like life, life is so short and we waste so much of it just doing nothing. The what ifs is like the doing nothings of life. We have to move forward. What are you doing with that dash? Have you ever thought about it? I think, when people leave this earth, there are so many things that they may have regretted or did not even get to do because they were stuck, right? Stuck on what? Stuck on the what ifs of life, especially when we talk about being negative with it, because you can switch it around and make it positive and say to yourself, well, what if I can? Because I want to tell you, you really can. So, is your life purpose driven? Do you know what your purpose is? Are you seeking your purpose? Are you in God's presence, reading His Word? Are you growing and expanding your mind? So, if we had to come up with a visual for the mind is like a garden, okay? And gardens, when people grow gardens, there are so many things that they have to tend to. One of the most annoying things to tend to are those weeds. And if I tell you, so many of us have so many weeds. What are the weeds? All of these negative thoughts, right? We got to pull those weeds up. Why? We don't want that to overgrow our garden. If it does, what do we have? Okay? Do we even have a garden? All those weeds everywhere just taking over. Like no work. When you have a garden, right? There is work. You got to put work into it. There are things you have to do. So garden, mind. You got to be doing things with that mind, or else you're going to have some overgrowth. And it's the kind that you don't want. What do you want? You want flowers, okay? You want to be blooming. You want beauty, the beautiness of nature, right, for your mind. So pull up all those weeds. The Bible tells us to what? Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our minds, right? So, in order to renew our minds, it's going to take some work, right? You can't just sit there. You got to be doing something. Read God's word. There's so many things that you can read to help grow your mind. Pull up those weeds. Cast down all of that negative thinking, okay? Because I tell you, the weeds is just something you don't want. Key word back to that verse in Romans, is transformation. We got to be changing. Ask yourself, where am I? Okay? Where was I last week? Where was I 2 months ago? Where was I 6 months ago? If you're in the same place, that's a problem, okay? Because you need to be moving on. Seeking your purpose, going after your dreams. Don't allow yourself to be halted. Don't allow yourself to be stuck, with fear. What if the what ifs of fear? Fear, that false evidence appearing real. It's not real. You got to move on. What are you doing? Are you still sitting on that couch? Are you flicking with the remote control because you don't want to move? You're still thinking about what you could possibly do. You know what? You can do it, but you got to be doing something. Sometimes, I was reading this wonderful book, by James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, because your thoughts are real powerful. And he says something in this book. A lot of times, men, us, men, women, we want our circumstances to change, but we don't want to change ourselves. We don't want to work on ourselves. It's going to take work. Going back to that garden, if you want fruits and vegetables to grow, you got to make sure you're watering the garden. Okay, what is your water of life? Are you watering yourself with God's word, with positive things, positive people? Or, are there things in your life sucking you dry? The relationships you have, is it sucking you dry? You want to make sure that you are adding to yourself all things positive. Just take some time, especially in this season with what's going on in the world. Perfect time for reflection, perfect time to move away from all of the what ifs. We got to move on. What is your mind dwelling on day in and day out? Are you sitting there thinking about all of your problems? We all have them. Yes, we do. But you got to stay in God's presence. You really have to work on that mind, move past those what ifs that keep me stuck. I want you to think about, what if it could happen? What if I can start my business? Can you turn that thing around? Instead of thinking what if you can't do something? What if you could? How will you know if you won't get up? Off the couch. I know you want to take 3 naps a day, but you need to be moving out. You need to go ahead and write that book. Write one word, one sentence, turn into one paragraph. Now you got a page. That page will turn into some chapters. People need to hear from you. There is so much that we can share with others. We can learn from each other's experiences. That is the best. To learn from somebody else's experiences so you won't make the same mistake. I'm telling you, you got to move past the what if. Focus your mind. Yes, it's going to take work. Will you be challenged? Of course. But it's a daily process. You got to work on it every single day. You can't just take off. It's so easy, right? I need a break. I'm so tired of this. Keep moving. Challenge yourself. Don't stop. Take control of the situation. Move past the what ifs of life. What are you doing with that dash? Who are you impacting for Christ? If you want to change your situation, your circumstances, you got to change your mind. Be willing to work on you, because oftentimes we want to be so lazy, right? We want to pray about it and then we do nothing. Faith is an action word. Let's get moving, you know. So, I just stopped by, special talk with Lady J. Access granted, living life on purpose. Sometimes all you need is access to help you move forward. And I want you to. So let go of the what ifs in life. It's time to bag it up, right? Bag it up, put it in the trash, and then take it out, right? And when you take it out, don't bring it back in because it stink. All right, this is Lady J. Access granted. I'll see you again soon. I want to know, did you move past all of your what ifs? It's time to move.